Hello, New York. This is Arthur J. Buckman reporting from Strelna, Bosnia, Europe. We're making a recording right here in the city square where all eyes are turned towards the balcony of the People's Hall. Today, the Prime Minister, General Niva, inaugurates his election campaign. This election, due in a month's time, is viewed with some reserve by Western observers here. There is, curiously enough, no opposition to General Niva. 99% of the population is expected to return General Niva by writing yes in the space provided. Nobody much is likely to say no.
Vicini! Vicini!
Hello, things are moving. The cheerleaders are on their toes. I think this is General Niva coming out now.
Vicini, Mayu, Rama, Viciniva!
Have you finished, Doctor?
Yes, I've done all I can.
Well, it will serve very little purpose. However, I said that I would not refuse any reasonable request. Lieutenant Parky, Sid Minden Devasi?
Minute var, Miss Excellency.
Well, you can have 5 minutes. Time for a cigarette.
Thanks. What do you intend exactly?
You have only to walk out of that door. The view is the same on the other side.
Shot while escaping, eh?
No. A shooting accident. We have to think of the newspapers.
I still believe the truth will come out, sooner or later.
Why?
Why indeed? Why should it ever come out? He can put out what story he likes in the papers. We regret to announce an unfortunate accident.
16, attenzi. Rimasi.
It's a situation that right from the beginning I've never been able to adapt myself to. How long ago was it? 2 weeks? Couldn't have been more. In London. It was a Thursday when the letter came. I came down to breakfast, and there it was on the table. The first thing I noticed was the Bosnian stamp, the head of their leader, General Niva, postmarked Strelna. I'd never been there, and I didn't know anybody there. I wondered who could be writing to me. It was from the International Congress of Science in Strelna, informing me that I'd been awarded the Kepler Gold Medal
In respect of your outstanding contribution to medical science. We refer, of course, to the new operation for the relief of portal hypertension, which bears your name, and which has this year brought a fresh hope to those suffering from a disease until now incurable.
I may have been flattered. I was certainly surprised. It was quite true that I'd been responsible for the surgical development they referred to. In fact, for 4 months, I'd been demonstrating the technique to my British colleagues at one of the great London hospitals where I'd been sent from New York by the Stuyvesant Research Council.
Good morning, Dr. Marlowe.
Good morning.
Today's messages.
I'd not realized that my work had been followed so closely on the continent, and Strelna was certainly the last quarter from which I should have expected any such honor. Political relations between that country and mine being practically non-existent. By the time I left the hospital that evening, the press were already onto it.
Oh, Dr. Marlowe, can you make a short
Dr.
statement?
Marlowe, can you spare us a moment? Just
Have
a
you
few
anything to
words.
say about
We
the
shan't
award?
keep you a
No,
moment.
I'm sorry, gentlemen, I can't just now. And when I got to the club, I met Burton in the hall.
Hello, Marlowe. So you've got your name in the papers again. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Oh, you knife swallows get all the publicity. See you in the bar.
Yes, fine.
Oh, Dr. Marlowe,
Yes?
there's a gentleman called to see you, sir. I put him in the smoking room.
Oh, who is it?
A foreigner, sir. I didn't quite catch his name.
Dr. Marlowe,
Yes.
may I introduce myself? Janovic Prada. I'm from the Bosnian Legation. May I offer my congratulations?
Thank you. Well, what can I do for you?
It's more a question of what you can do for us.
Oh, how's that?
At its session today, the Congress passed a unanimous resolution that you should be invited to Strelna to demonstrate your operation. They would be delighted if you could find it possible to accept.
Well, it's very kind of them. When will it be?
This week.
This week? Oh, I don't see how I can.
You see, unfortunately, the Congress finishes on Saturday, and the presentations will be made the same night. The minister was so much hoping that you could be there to receive the award.
Well, it's very short notice.
You are the first American to be given it. You will agree it's a remarkable gesture at the present time. If you go, your visit can only help towards a better understanding.
I told him I'd think it over and let him know. I might quite easily have decided not to go. I very nearly did. Certainly I would never have gone if I'd listened to Burton.
Well, if you ask me, I wouldn't touch him with a barge pole, not with a barge.
I don't know. Rather interesting to take a peek at what's going on over there.
We all know that already, a purge.
No, why bring politics into it at all? I understand your operation can cure a fairly common condition that used to be hopeless. They only want to learn all about it. And why not? They're human beings, aren't they?
I very much doubt it. Now, you take the men...
Just a minute. I'm sure Marlowe doesn't want us to make up his mind for him. If I know anything about him, he's made that up for himself already.
Yes, I think I have. You know, medical science used to be international, but look at the position today. It's tragic. Now, here are some people from a very unexpected quarter who open a window, lift a corner of the curtain, and let in a breath of fresh air. Well, I don't feel like slamming the window in their faces.
So you're going, then?
Yes, after all, it's only 48 hours. And I really believed it. Once on my way, I found myself looking forward to a new experience. I was hoping to see something of the country and the people. Perhaps get away for an hour on my own and see things for myself.
This is your first visit to our country, I believe.
Yes. I had planned a vacation here in 1939.
But there has been many changes here since then.
We must remember that Dr. Marlowe's visit is entirely non-political.
Thank you, Doctor. You know, they tell me that in some parts of the world, musicians are finding it increasingly difficult to compose non-political music. So it's very gratifying to think that a doctor can still perform a non-political operation.
Meanwhile, of course, everything will be open to you, Dr. Marlowe. But for convenience sake, Tomasi Bendel's department has drawn up a carefully planned itinerary for your short stay.
1:30 lunch.
Good.
2:30 visit to the General Niva Hospital. 3:30 visit to the medical faculty of the university. 4:30 visit to the state orphanage founded in 1947 by General Niva. 6 o'clock visit to the state opera gala performance in honor of the winners of the Congress Awards, followed by an informal reception at which the Minister of Public Services will present the awards.
Dr. John Marlowe.
Dr. Marlowe, it is my privilege to welcome you. And as representative of our Prime Minister, General Niva, to present you with the Kepler Gold Medal in recognition of your outstanding achievements in medical science.
Thank you, sir.
You have conferred a benefit on humanity, and we are very grateful that you are willing to share your knowledge by coming here to demonstrate your technique. I understand that this is the first time you have visited us here.
Yes.
I hope it will not be the last.
I hope so.
Pardon, good to hear. Oh, Dr. Marlowe.
Excuse me.
Is it agreeable that I have arranged the demonstration to take place at my clinic?
Oh, of course, anything you like, yes.
Oh, then I suggest we drive up there tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock.
Fine.
Doctor, I understand you are leaving us tomorrow afternoon.
Yes. Unfortunately, I have no choice in the matter.
I'm afraid you will go home with a horribly antiseptic impression of us. Can't I persuade you to join my party on a tour of the more decadent nightlife?
I wish I could, but as you know, I have to work in the morning.
Shameful. We're exploiting you. Well, have a pleasant journey home. Come again soon.
Thank you.
Colonel Galcon is a most remarkable man.
Yes.
He holds 3 portfolios.
3? Well, he must have his hands full.
Whenever you are ready, I'd be delighted to drive you home.
Thank you. Well, it's a beautiful setting.
Yes, I chose it myself. The air has a wonderful property. Well, I think you will find the case history entirely appropriate, Dr. Marlowe.
Let's see. How old is the patient?
53. I had him transferred to my own wing.
Hey, Tana, Doctor. Oh, this is Dr. Paul Doyle, our anesthetist. Privilege, sir. How is the patient? Mr. Marlowe would like to look at it. Good morning. Hey, Tana. Pedalni, Esther Tana. Esther Dr. Marlowe. Minelte hani mident razalni.
Misama vega paramati havast tenan.
Fine. He wants to thank you.
You tell him I'm happy to be here to help him.
Oh, Dr. Marlowe would tell the temasi viga paldura stalde.
Don't worry. We'll do all we can to help you.
Thank you, nurse. May I see the X-ray, please?
Certainly.
He's undoubtedly got a degree of ascites, which, of course, increases the gravity of the condition. 10:45, then?
Very well.
This operation, gentlemen, is for portal hypertension. The object is to relieve the hypertension by anastomosing the splenic vein and left renal vein. The operation, as you know, is still experimental.
Esto realmente si valere hypertensiva.
How is he?
He's taking it very well so far.
I usually prefer to make a paramedian incision in these cases.
Dr. Marlowe forced an incisionis paramedia.
Great care must be taken in the handling in view of the danger of post-operative thrombosis.
Ate handi radamo securas intrastare sestido post-operativni clotosis.
In order to reduce the risk further, heparin is usually given. I think I'm ready now for the anastomosis.
Dr. Marlowe, sif vami andare and anastomosidi.
How is he?
Pulse rate has risen a little.
Safasina toslata, tema puvenalde.
Dal mi eponutelli.
All right?
I'm not worried.
How's the patient's color?
Quite good.
Let me have a look at him. I want to see the patient, please.
Niva.
Thank you. Very well. Thank you, nurse. Thank you, gentlemen. And I hope you're satisfied, Colonel Galcon.
You're angry. That's only natural.
I expected to be treated according to elementary civilized standards of behavior. Obviously, I was mistaken.
It's such a pity you recognize the patient.
Dr. Ravo, I'm sorry you lent yourself to such a gross abuse of confidence.
I accept full responsibility.
I suppose he comes under one of your portfolios.
As a matter of fact, yes. I am Minister of Health, too.
I'd like a car to take me back immediately.
But, Dr. Marlowe, I don't see how you can leave just now.
What?
Not just now.
But if you think you're going to be...
I diagnosed a slight case of concussion. Just a little concussion. Dr. Revo prescribed this. How do you feel? Better, huh?
What happened?
You fell.
I was knocked out.
Yes.
What the devil?
Now, Dr. Riva advised that you should rest for an hour or two.
An hour or two? I've got to catch a plane.
When will General Niva be out of danger?
What's that got to do with it?
10 days?
About that?
Good. Good. That is what Riva and I said in the cable.
Cable?
Yes, we've wired your colleagues in London explaining that you're staying a little longer as a guest of the clinic.
I'll do nothing of the kind.
I know how you feel, and I hate insisting when we are so much in your debt. Doctor, I'm sure you have some idea of General Niva's position just now.
I know that he's the head of a police state that obviously stops at nothing.
You disapprove, of course.
Well, I'm fairly disillusioned about politics in general, but I do like to see just the hint of a scruple here and there.
I can see you are an old-fashioned liberal. As you know, this country, and General Niva in particular, is being subjected to the greatest possible pressure from outside. The survival of this nation depends on the people's faith in Niva. We are only 2 months away from an election which has been carefully organized to produce a spontaneous mass demonstration of loyalty to it.
What's that again?
Now you will understand why we could not allow it to be known for a moment that he was desperately ill, and why we cannot allow you to leave just yet.
It's obviously a waste of time to appeal to your sense of honor.
I put my duty first, and my duty is to make sure the secret is kept for the next 10 days. Then we can save newsprint, which is in short supply, by announcing the General's illness, his recovery, and your departure at one and the same time.
I demand to be put in touch with the American legation.
I'm sorry.
That I must warn you that I stand on my rights as an American citizen.
Try to make the best of this. Our only wish is that you should be as comfortable as possible. In the meantime, if you would cooperate with Dr. Rivo, it may speed the General's recovery. Oh, Doctor, if you feel like a little exercise, Andre there will be delighted to take you for a walk. General Niva's. You know, Doctor, amongst other things, you have saved us the trouble of striking a new coin.
That's just my bad luck.
Yes, I'll begin.
Thanks.
You know, after a day at the office, it is very refreshing to spend the evening with someone who can never say anything but no. Can't I persuade you to stay after tomorrow?
No. We have such different ideas on persuasion.
Can I ask you a question?
It's a free country. Sorry, it slipped out.
You had Niva's life in your hands. Your knife had only to slip to give a practical expression of your disapproval. Or you could simply have refused to continue, and yet you did neither.
I don't confuse myself with Providence.
Admirable.
Can I ask you a question?
Well, certainly.
What would you have done if Niva had died?
As Minister of Public Services, it is my duty to be prepared against any eventuality.
Then you would have had to forget what you humorously call your election.
If we couldn't afford to announce his illness, how much less could we have afforded to announce his death?
You're not suggesting you could have kept that a secret.
Until after the election had given us a mandate for drastic security measures, and we put them into force.
You could never have got away with it.
For 2 months? Why not? We control all means of communication. Everything was allowed for.
Was?
Oh, would have been, I should say.
Had you allowed for me?
Now tell me.
Huh?
Naturally.
What would you have done?
You know, you're rather putting me off my stroke.
You could have hardly kept me here indefinitely.
No, we couldn't have kept you here, and we couldn't have let you go. You would have known too much.
Well?
Well, it would be very difficult to see more than one solution. An unfortunate accident, shall we say, on the way to the airport, or to the plane itself.
You can't expect me to swallow that.
One life against the survival of the whole state. Can you suggest an alternative?
Well, supposing I'd given you my word to say nothing about it.
As a private person, I should be delighted to take it. As a minister, I dare not. Well?
I don't know. I can't get used to being liquidated over a billiard game.
Let's forget it. After all, we're only amusing ourselves by an exercise in theory, which would no doubt have turned out very differently in practice.
I wonder.
It's you to play. Or perhaps you would care for a drink. A drink?
Yeah.
Now tell me.
Min vent on now?
Huh? Oh, yes, everything's all ready now. You going to get the car down below?
Now, Townie, now, Townie.
Dr. Marlowe. Yes?
Could you come to Dr. Ravo, please?
Well, I was just
Could you
going...
come right away, please? It's very urgent.
What's the matter?
Quickly, Doctor.
What is it?
The patient. What happened? He's collapsed. It looks like pulmonary embolus.
When was this?
A few minutes ago.
You given him anything?
Some intravenous coronary.
Tocine?
Thrombosis.
Blood clot in the lung. It's always a danger after an operation of this kind. Oxygen. Adrenaline and a long needle. Hurry, Andre, I'll miss my plane. Quick, do you understand?
Now, Townie, now, Townie.
Halsey! Andre! Halsey! Halsey!
Hello. Hello. Andre, imbecile. Qui le Tima?
Maxta, Tesek.
Tuga, nam, jest Deszek.
Maxta, Tesek.
Deszek.
Telefonte, Arcade. Oh, Doshe.
Iten in Fraps, mi suda sinesima.
Hello, American Legation.
Yes?
Oh, American Legation, let me speak to the minister or someone in authority right away.
Who's that speaking?
Dr. Marlowe, Dr. John Marlowe. It's very urgent and Hello. Hello. Operator. Just a moment, please. Just a moment. Please, just a moment.
Mesaka menetli amaniski. Stavelin? Mi eben telefonalni mintava.
Maja tensi
Mi
stavo.
sama haja krava kuraldusi.
Aleda,
Mi eben telefonalni mintava.
Vasta istralzi.
Provatina panikomi? Sinsif min panikomi. Mi sani janis talikis mi tudada fabricigazi.
Depita temis probabli.
Sinsiva kyrik bealzi.
Sendet on Habava. Voden, si passi. En ci passi da vasti osni moderni. Questo sembra krasni, diaga. Sila na due Niva.
Hej, Athena, urnam. Sinen paletti.
Jalni,
Luzzi lavendaio.
Luzzi lavendaio, Tisin. Mizakarni urnam omista, lapsem ovat, shampooing, omista.
Simmi, panicomi. Mi sana genistali, tudana, aprici gazi.
Vita teme provarli?
Sin sivat kirripialsi. Gazi abaldis con.
Hai controllati i tutti
Mingerli amaniski, mingerli amaniski.
A provarli.
Mi sana haya cravaturaldiski.
Lavori English?
English? American. Yes. Do you speak English?
Yes.
Tell me, how do I get to the American legation from here?
Yes.
Yes.
Tostara sinan injbuna infezzio, vibromassage?
No, thanks.
In passati palu americani le mezzini vacanzi, mud menet vadali palu. Sinen paletti.
No.
Sin siva urnam. Sinen imperbili. Sinen conti.
Thanks very much.
Oh, tenanti. Tenanti, lego mano.
Conti onum. Cara sinna la java minski meni. No, sinna raccosti. Te di restiani? Restiani with tenant.
Thank you.
Tagliapun onum, big onum.
Taxi! Taxi! Americane Embassade. American legation.
I heard you bump, but you're practically there.
Huh?
It's just a couple of blocks down the road.
All right, well, take me there anyway.
Okay. You're an American, huh?
Yep.
Me, I lived in the States 3 years. How long are you staying here?
Not much longer, I hope.
Hey, what the...
What's going on here?
Some kind of a riot outside the legation.
This afternoon, students and workers demonstrated outside the British and American legations, shouting protest slogans. Several windows were broken, but detachments of the state police arrived promptly on the scene and dispersed the rioters with great efficiency. To protect British and U.S. property from similar incidents, the Minister of Public Services instantly ordered armed guards to be placed outside all British and U.S. legations and consulates throughout the country. That is the end of the news service in English.
Ciao.
Hallo, kolonel. Zit wacht hardy.
Over.
In de Amerikaanse ambassade. Thema vlucht.
Tatsin. Kuldivi. Selassie en Karal. Valvad estiscapi. Utesa. Asconit. Utelda. Veda an Cris. Nive namiesti.
Pravdik, assunto e saldi polizi, Denarien veri floctava americani, Manus Huggins fees, altus 2 metri, Severik biondi, Semet riven, rasati impairibili, cui vasati anisman subiti an polizi. Vindet Pravdik, assunto e saldi polizi, Denarien veri floctava americani, Manus Huggins fees, altus 2 metri. Esta vedi Nesota. Sine visati halseti sin alcune fascia. Manus Huggins vis, altus 2 metri. Halt. Controlliti minden dupsi panikovi. Subito. Pazzi. Mindet Pravdik assunto e stali politici.
Andavi da.
Pervane. Vei flottava americani. Manus Huggins vis, altus 2 metri.
Vaya. Sina. Sina.
Isaka?
Anda libre. Estava.
Miska sinaneti havien dilla karfi.
En divisi stolzi pravisi. Formeri.
Amendost.
Vai fotele sinul steti colta.
On cavasti le avesta cuba.
Qui la iamba liberata nell'immenso forte.
Pazzi.
Uve andassi?
Avasti.
Ganzi dare miljon da sig var. Vi ganzi graden da mamma et far. Mi partir stappe zu, stappe mi fru. Men vi partiet lass mi all mig eldas fu. Mi hotel preceptore var så liv. Et sidora det enda kan nixen nu. Mi pensinelli mat, mi selda krallelat, kavisser med smigo.
I'm going to buy a paper doll that I can call my own, a doll that other girls cannot steal. And then those flirty, flirty girls with their flirty, flirty curls will have to flirt with dollies that are real. When I come home at night, he will be waiting. He'll be the truest doll in all the world. I'd rather have a paper doll to call my own than have a fickle-minded real-life boy.
Men vi har satt dit i kunsten till. De sätter bara i det men det kvar.
I'd rather have a paper doll to call my own.
I see en Capri-Zuzzurini, Capri-Zuzzurini, Capri-Zuzzurini.
Dominti e curati, in sensazione tisi metropoli. Ma in ramoti fluxura male, mensile sensazionalisti fluchi. Ma mensile sensazionalisti fluca, vaden selassi desi si. Besiti, chesi e chi. Besiti temi semina, provazzi innanzi e per, esaminali in Utasaki. Pravanti, sino tristo.
Alzo.
Ora, e sino vinta, il menzini. Pravanti.
Via banco, la stamin palinkave.
Ilam sina, vadin hafta.
Vadi in after. Vadi. Sophie.
Miss Robinson?
Dad?
Can I talk to you a moment?
American.
Yes. I heard you singing in English. You are English, aren't you?
50%.
Oh, good. Then you can
Did
help
you
me.
write the act?
Yes, I did very much.
Curious.
But
You have quite an intelligent face.
can I talk to you?
You are talking to me.
Well,
We don't see many Americans in Australia anymore. What are you doing here?
Running from the police.
What?
It's true, and I need help. My name is Marlowe. I'm a doctor. The police are looking for me now.
The state police?
They're in the theater. Now, I don't know my way around. I don't know a word of the language,
You
but
think
I...
I'm mad? Edwin and Travis.
But it's
Get out
only
of
a
here. Lisa, his sister. Tell me, Irina.
Surely
I
it's
can't
only a
help you.
question
Please get out.
Just one moment. I must
I told you I can't help you. Please keep away.
Guardati esta vida.
Menet leva? Eh? Culo.
And it be distravisi.
Me alette?
Avasti. Sin riskina. Manus Huggins vis altus proba metre. Esta vida. And it be distravisi for being seen. Sin rosina.
Siccome Alicia, biscano, ci mischi hotto. Allora, hai cinaste le scosse.
What are you doing here?
I'm sorry, but I had no choice. Can I understand?
No,
They'd
but...
have shot me if they'd caught me.
What?
They've tried once before.
But why? What have you done?
I can't explain now, but if we can get alone, I can...
No, I've told you I can't help you.
You can help me very easily, if you will.
Oh, vai, this vai ti essere. Oh, ma
Videnti.
First go on the right. Wait for me.
Vidente, Lisa.
Bene, impodrami o nonna. Have you eaten?
No.
A cocoa substitute is all you'll get.
Well, that's fine, thanks.
What is the way I can help you so easily?
All I have to do is try and contact the American legation.
Well?
Or the British legation.
Well?
Well, I thought that you, with your British passport, might gain access.
But I have no British passport.
I thought you said you were half English.
The wrong half. My mother.
I assumed...
Why can't you go yourself?
Was they watching out after me?
And the telephone?
Tapped.
You said you were a doctor.
Yes, I'm with the Stuyvesant Research Council. They
I saw
sent
an
for me.
American doctor once in a movie. He was a surgeon in New York.
As it happens, so am I.
Maybe we saw the same movie.
I tell you, I am a doctor. I'm an American citizen. My name is Marlowe, John Marlowe.
Is it?
I don't know. I'm beginning to wonder myself.
At least we have that much in common.
I am telling you the truth.
Lots of people in this city speak 2 or 3 languages and make very peculiar livings. Some sell nylons, for example, while others are less ambitious and only sell their best friends.
I'm hanged if I see the connection.
Perhaps the state police can. Why do they want you so badly? How can I help you if you don't tell me?
You probably wouldn't believe me if I did tell you.
I might.
Well, then I think we'd better start from the beginning. Your government invited me here under completely false pretenses. It involves General Niva himself, one of his ministers...
Thank you. That's enough. I was a fool to have helped you in the first place. I certainly can't help you anymore. You must go now. At once, please.
You might find someone at the Grand Hotel. That's all I can suggest.
Vanos Huggins, altos 2 metri, severi biondi, semet riven, guardati impairibili, voi guardati, anisman subiti aboliti.
What will they do if they get you?
Istenem je sama, Fati. Se ne fevami. Perdona, Nasi. Nettanda. Menele Makato.
In Americane, Tara Miski.
Hello, Joe.
How do you do?
Hey, de baba, sinta no breda de biele il master baratta no tuvura. Fata te mi hausa padestenen. Ne samo fatigattes. Te mi natten van hasa te no to te mi lade kilometre fara.
Oh, tazzi, impedi te mi ladi su in divani.
Te mi ladi su in divani. Aleda.
Net grasti mi voda. En master lede se krompjet mi so vede min de la mata. Vai, vivi de ladi fianessa bottega.
Ne restiega, aleda, hasite disputi e fiassi. Minden divani mi vogasti mi persina. Net credavi scordi nuttandati.
Fabrega da me. Beh, mi su vede se vel vega.
What was all that about?
You will have to sleep on the sofa.
Changed your mind?
No, I just lost it.
What will your sisters think?
They're not my sisters, and they have nothing to think with.
Excuse me. I'll be sleeping on the couch.
Tenotto, Lisa.
Tenotto.
Hold on, lead up at me.
Dal. You'll have to go early in the morning. I hope you realize that.
Yes, of course. You know, this whole business
I
is
don't want to
terribly...
hear any more about it. It's nothing to do with me, and I want to go to bed. Saccharine, we have no sugar.
Hmm? Oh, yes, please. Thanks. You know, I won't forget what you've done.
You will.
You probably saved my life, not that that's much consolation to you.
I'll think of that in jail.
In the morning, I'll try and make the Grand Hotel. You know, it's a curious position to find myself in when you come to think about it.
I don't want to think about it.
My colleagues are expecting me back in England. They haven't any idea where I am.
Perhaps that's fortunate in the circumstances.
Yeah. Yes, I see what you mean.
What about your family?
I have one maiden first cousin in Baltimore.
You're not married, then?
No, somehow or other, I never got around to it.
You never had the time.
Not for marriage.
If you don't mind, I think I'll go to sleep now.
Not at all. No, I think I'll sleep pretty well myself.
I'm sure you will. I put 2 of my sleeping tablets in your cocoa.
What?
There are risks and risks, but some risks I don't take. Good night. Etana, Doctor. Waarin polizia predet.
Huh?
You understand me perfectly, Mr. Theodore.
What?
Why pretend? You're no more American than I am. Your name is Carol Theodore. You're occupied in smuggling foreign currency, and you're flying to London tonight.
You must be out of your mind.
Your plane tickets, identity card, $5,000 US. You know the penalty.
Why don't you relax and put that thing down? That's not my wallet.
And that's not your jacket, I suppose.
No, it isn't.
How remarkable.
I left mine behind. I picked that one up in a barber shop yesterday afternoon.
I must say, I expected something a little better. After you, please.
What are you going to do?
What I should have had the sense to do last night.
I don't understand this setup. The trouble with you people here is you live in a miasma of suspicion and distrust, and as usual, the first victim is plain, ordinary common sense. You can't even think straight anymore. Oh, give me that. You had no intention of using that anyway. What do I have to do to prove to you who I am? Recite to you from Gray's Anatomy or the medical encyclopedia?
Pena, draga.
Oh, Pardoni, non realit lia società. Lia va in sto che Sabine
Ne
vedremo.
travali in svini.
Perdoni, tovarsi embarzit.
Si corge. Si non puoi presarvi.
Tenan, esta vego amavel, tenanimendo.
Who is that fella?
Marco, he's in the show.
Oh, of course. I thought I knew his face. He seemed to know mine, too.
How could he?
You saw him staring at me.
But he's never seen you before.
I know.
Están polizia commissati. Ingradati en constabili tessex importantes. Hallo? Están polizia constabili. Le vanghi stavano in polizia ben terzo loro roli o tu. Cercare gli americani. Down.
You were right. He's phoning the police. You are the American they're looking for. I'm sorry.
All right. How do we get out of here?
Not that way. Through the other room. I'll show you.
How did he know me?
They showed him a photograph at the theater.
Oh,
Where will you go?
Grand Hotel, I guess. How do we get there?
I can't come with you. I must go back.
You can't do that. They'll question you. They'll know I was with you.
I'll think of something.
My dear girl, you don't understand. It's not as simple as that. Now, you listen to me. I can't explain now, but if you go back in there, whatever you say or do, you won't have a chance. Now, come on.
Heda!
Keep going.
Where to?
Just going. Yeah, he thinks of everything, doesn't he?
Who?
Your Minister of Public Services, Colonel
Galcon?
Galcon, is
What is he to do with this?
everything.
I'm going back.
We can't. It's too late.
What do you mean?
People will start looking at us.
But I don't want to get mixed up in anything.
We can't argue here. Come on inside and I'll try and explain it.
But I'm not
Come on,
interested.
Quiet. It's true.
Maya opinardi che Vigindia sportiva.
But what can we do?
There are two alternatives. Get out of the country
How?
or try and get the whole story out.
But there's no time.
Mail will be censored, that's sure. If we could only find someone who's leaving the country.
How can we?
I don't know. Theodore. What? Theodore? Where is that? He's flying to London tonight. Remember his ticket?
But why should he help us?
Did you say there was a penalty for having foreign currency?
They hang you for it.
Good. Well, he'd be a pretty worried guy since he lost his coat. Where's his identity card?
Will you give it to me?
Wait a minute.
18 Madriski apartment. Bolivia Drive.
How far is that?
Quarter of an hour.
We have to sit here till it gets dark outside.
Supposing he's not alone.
Tell him to get rid of whoever's with him. Any sign of life?
No. I remember. There's a key ring in your right-hand pocket.
Why not? Well, it seems he left in a hurry.
Last night, he didn't sleep here.
He certainly was a worried guy.
What do we do now?
No, don't touch it.
But someone will hear.
Leave it. I have a hunch.
Mania hovatemi. Il vigilante inizia a formare penca. Ma te ma senza cotella esta nota. Daci mettara, temi partita. Josken santi ensi en kama. Timas, timalle vatissa salvati. Temi partita, tema griva.
Switched on with the light.
If he doesn't come back, what will happen to our plan?
We're as safe here as any other place.
I don't feel safe anywhere.
Theodore must be a pretty big operator. The lights.
Mr. Carr. Mr. Carr.
Good evening, Mr. Theodore. I think you understand English since you were intending to fly to London. You were telephoning here just now, weren't you?
Who are you? What are you doing in my apartment?
Mr. Theodore speaks English very well, doesn't he?
Quite a good accent, too.
What do you want?
Sit down. Do you recognize this coat?
No.
Are you sure?
I've never seen it before in my life.
And this, too?
No.
You left it in the barber shop yesterday, remember?
I did not go to a barber's yesterday.
In fact, he never goes to the barber's.
It contains your identity card and $5,000.
This is a mystery. That's what it is. It's a mystery.
How do you explain it?
If I could explain it, it would no longer be a mystery, huh?
I'm quite certain that you don't want your property sent to the state police.
Aren't you connected with them?
Not yet. We're prepared to strike a bargain.
Do you understand?
Ah, blackmail.
If you like.
Now, why couldn't you have said so? You had me worried for a moment. How much?
It's not a question of money.
No, please, please. Don't tell me it's the principle of the thing. It always turns out to be so much more expensive. How much?
All we ask is a slight service from you.
Oh. Would you care for a drink? You must have a drink. I need it. Now, what will you have? You really had me worried. Oh, I take no offense. If I'd picked up your jacket, I would have done exactly the same.
I believe you.
Yes, one must live. That's the way of nature. The survival of the unfittest. My health. Oh.
Here are your tickets. You still want to catch that plane?
The plane? Oh, the plane. Yes, of course.
We haven't much time.
What do you want?
I want you to deliver a letter for me, personally, in London.
A letter?
That's all. Do you think you can get it through?
Oh, sure. Leave it to me. I've got friends everywhere. I know everybody. Just, give me back my property. And the letter is as good as that.
We'll return it to you when you come back with a receipt for my letter. Not before.
He doesn't trust me. I'll give you my word of honor, for what it's worth. Now, look here, you can't expect me to wait that long.
Very well, I'll send this to the police tonight with a little letter explaining.
May I ask who you are?
No.
All right. I'm a sportsman. I accept.
You have no choice.
It's another good reason. Where is this letter?
I'll write it.
I'll help you pack.
Charming. Excuse me. Help yourself. You're not American?
You heard what he said, no questions.
Is he your boyfriend? He's got excellent taste.
Do you mind? It'll take me twice as long if I have to stop to shudder.
You may not know, but I'm a man of considerable influence in this city. Would you care for some of these?
Not at the price.
I think we've had enough of this little game. I want to read what's in the letter.
It's not loaded.
Satracchini, porca mise. Never mind. Doesn't make any difference. I cannot deliver your letter in London.
Why not?
I would have told you before, but I wanted to see what you were up to. All aircraft flying in that direction were grounded this morning for inspection.
I don't believe it.
Ring the airport. Not that I believe they were grounded for inspection.
Well, why then?
Yesterday we had demonstrations outside the American legation. Now it is guarded.
What's that got to do with it?
State police are looking for a man, and they keep broadcasting his description. Now I put two and two together, and what do I find? An American who fits the description beautifully, and who wants me to smuggle a letter out of the country. And I ask myself, why?
Want to read it?
What are you doing?
Mr. Theodore asked to be enlightened.
American ambassador, London.
Read on. I'll fix you another drink.
Are you mad?
I don't know yet.
You think I believe this?
It's front page news anyway, you'll admit that.
Of course it isn't true.
Yesterday morning, at 11:45 to be exact.
I would have heard of it. I've got my contact.
Outside of the government circles, only 3 people know of it.
3?
We 3.
Don't bring me into this.
You are in it. Why do you imagine they want me? Because I was the only outsider that knew that General Niva was dead. Now there are 3 of us.
I know nothing. I tell you, I refuse to believe your stupid story.
Do you? Well, call the Minister of Public Services and tell him that you're sheltering Dr. John Marlowe.
Shit? You broke in here! I'll tell you, get out of my flat.
Tell that to the Minister. Do you think he'd liquidate 1 and stop at 3?
Let's get out of my flat. Look, I'll let you go. I won't say a word to anyone. How is that? I'll promise you. I'll give you my word of... I'll promise you.
I can believe that. But that's not quite what we had in mind.
I'm beginning to see what you mean.
Good.
He's going to get us out.
Exactly.
I'm not. You think I'm mad? You think I'm a lunatic? Get out of my flat.
You mentioned your contacts.
I don't know anyone. Get out of my flat.
Why? I don't suppose you've stopped at smuggling currency.
I know nothing.
Make up your mind.
What have I done for this to happen? All because of a stupid haircut.
Make up your mind.
I shall have to make arrangements. It'll cost money, a lot of money.
I'll chip in $5,000.
It's no time to be funny. I'll have to go alone.
You can't let him do that.
Why not? I'm sure he understands that if anything happens to us, we'll make it quite clear that he knows the whole story. Don't you, Mr. Theodore?
And come back alone.
Never dealt in murder, my dear, but every time I have a haircut now, I shall be thinking of you. And you.
He'll never come back.
I think he will.
We were fools ever to let him out of this flat. What am I doing here at all? I didn't ask for this.
I'm awfully sorry.
I didn't know you. There was no reason for me to help you. Why did I?
Because you're that kind of a person.
But I'm not. I'm not at all. You don't know me either.
You saved my life, that's enough.
Look at the situation I'm in now.
I'll get you out of it. Somehow. Promise.
Do you realize that we're trapped, trusting our lives to a man who would sell his own mother?
Are you ready?
Any luck?
Of course. You've cost me a lot of money. There's no time to lose. I've got transport at the back. Quick.
Where are you taking us?
To the lake. I'll tell you on the way. Oh, you've cost me a lot of money.
Oh, shut up.
In here, quick.
What's this?
One of my fleet. There's only one way you can ever hope to get clear. Across the mountains.
How do we get there?
By cable railway. Up from Bilin, where I'm sending you. At the top, Sigrist will have you met.
Sigrist? Who's that?
He's one of my boys. During the war, they used to smuggle escaped prisoners. For nothing. Now they smuggle for me, but not for nothing.
Alfie!
Get down.
Alfie! Oban andate!
Hesina Janci.
Ah, Hesina Sire Theodor.
Hesina Giovelili nun.
Dobni tenan dobni Sire Theodor.
Tenote, ja.
Tenote Sire Theodor.
He's quite fond of me, that policeman. I fixed a nice scholarship for his little boy. Horrible child.
Wait here till I call you.
Ah, Siru Theodor, Sidobni?
Tenan.
Tenotu.
Hesina Siru Theodor.
Hesina Armin. Meine Arme, Hesina Nivelle.
Armin. He's taking some barges down the lake. He will see you safely ashore at Bilin in the morning and as far as the cable railway. Remember, ask for Sigrist.
Sigrist.
My wallet.
Oh. If anything happens to us, I don't have to remind you what'll happen to you.
I'm not likely to forget.
I think I'll keep your identity card, just to establish our business connection.
We need a little money.
Anything else? I'm very glad to have got you off my hands. You've cost me a fortune. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Next time I have my hair cut, I'll make a point of keeping on my jacket.
What's the time?
Nearly 10:30.
Imagine, this time last night I was singing Paper Doll. Heaven knows what I shall be doing tomorrow night.
I'm going to take you out with me.
Where? To England.
If you like.
I've always wanted to go there.
You've never been there?
No. My mother was always hoping to get there. One day. She never did. She used to tell me how beautiful it was.
Where did she come from?
Manchester. Isn't it beautiful?
Manchester?
England.
Oh, yes, of course. Is she still alive, your mother?
No.
Your father?
I don't know.
What?
He was a school teacher. They sent him away for what they call political re-education.
That's why you helped me.
Perhaps. I don't know.
I've got a lot to remember.
I'm tired.
Try to sleep. Try to sleep. How's that? All right?
What can I do when I get to England?
Well, I have some connections of sorts.
Somehow I don't think you can have very good music hall connections.
Oh, I don't know. I once took out a juggler's appendix.
That's about all we have in common, isn't it?
Yes, I suppose it is.
I've got no intention of being a burden to you.
You won't be.
There's another difficulty.
What's that?
I've no talent.
Well, we'll find something else. Don't worry, America's a big country.
America?
Yes, my job in England's over in a few weeks.
We've covered a lot of ground, haven't we?
Ae! Vilerosta!
Police boat.
E Maria Joseph! Renati!
Ova destinati?
Lì!
Inere deca.
Vai equipi!
All right?
Yes.
We shall not be stopped again. Plain sailing until we leave. Good night.
I'll wake you for breakfast.
I'm hungry now.
Well, at least we have that much in common.
No. We're worlds apart.
That's right.
Niva va andate a un club, mi è andati veras.
Ah, diste valida. Istene mi sama praktik.
Karti teşek, minnen karti teşek, karti teşek siru, tenan karti teşek. Ti va via scatti per la strada, net?
E me in de vakantie.
E per la legge mindi, net? Mindi dei chiaus.
Ripeto standa e tai.
No, mi ne scuventa.
Oh, forse. Ma vai a...
Come si chiama?
Sina vulite desconti cui sina smani.
Maestri col carco lì.
Tanti fotografi basti mai no. No, ma no.
Ah. Sina in bicicletta in tuza? Rama drestajani. Mi zenastes. Mi zakar. Et la goti? Tema si venci estiupata. Tema neva sfortunati esta iga. Aga tema ganoti nesta iga. Nervuvi si ven prova standardi, eh?
Natalny.
Natalny. Scusate.
Ma il scorso è fatto.
Ma che cudne kotek.
See anyone?
No. Perhaps Sigrid didn't get the message.
There's no place to wait.
Hiya. Refugio Margherita? Savati komasi siru. Savati komasi.
Sigrid?
Dal. Telemi siru, telemi.
Col mio dati me faienda. Oh, me faienda utilizzati nesta categoria, eh?
You are from Mr. Theodore?
Yes.
Sigrid, come in, please. Parturiting Christian and colleagues.
So you got here. Good.
Yes, I suppose you've been told.
We don't ask any questions.
I'm
We don't answer any either.
You want to get out, we're being paid to do it. Simple.
Can you?
We'll try.
Have you done any climbing?
Well, not really, no.
And you?
Not for a long time. Have we got to?
The easy ways are always well guarded. That is why we must climb.
Secrets will only take you where you can manage.
But this will be higher than you think.
You are willing to take risks?
Of course.
Good. Then you must leave at once.
Astesi, blasta in foto. Telemi. Ule, puve telefonalvi. Carli.
The frontier runs along there.
Natalia, nema tove se investig megli. Si ben facilis. Excellency.
Excellency. Rezuai altitudi patrulli. Comandi tali patrulli bloccati ogni risotto. Subiti.
Brigade Hackweckling, Bodenhackwe. Grazie patrui, siva vigoristi subiti. Altitudi patrui haldari en blasti. Vad en vedo et andominda latinsi. Versit gransi cercari dislega uscitu. En visi patrui, vad en tala, vad observati et chasciuti. Attensi mindet gransi stadi. Comandi tali patrui, bloccasi ogni risotto.
Here we cannot more go forward. We must go down here and up again. We give away the rope now.
Provalianen Gruppen halten.
What is it?
Soldiers. Back.
You all right?
Yes.
Couldn't we rest here a little?
We must climb as long as the light is good. After we can rest.
I'm all right. I can do it.
Then it's easy.
You sure?
Of course.
Now we must wait for the dark.
How much further is it?
Only a half hour, but more open ground. Too exposed. There will be a good moon this night.
Altitudini patrulla tensi.
Spaghesi, Sinetta, Section Delinquent.
Sexitta ardarsi. Estiriga cali marscivi.
I go and I have a look. Absolutely quiet.
Lisa, listen to me. Help me with this rope. Now follow me along the ledge.
I can't. I can't.
You can. You must. Come on. Turn around. Go on. Get going. Wait. Ask him if there was anyone else up there with him.
Dominguez Elado Eldo.
Yes.
Ask him if he ever wants to see his family again.
So vida votise es Aldo Franci.
Anatolia?
Good. Well, tell him he's going to take us across. And tell him that if we get caught, he's going to get the first bullet.
sine devade, votisi, gransi, and mea gransi.
Understood? Well, go on, take us up. Go on. Come on.
Estiva sineti atiristi, sinetis corte.
That's the frontier. Where the road runs. Beyond that, we're safe.
What's the hut on the other side?
A refugio.
Ask him what his name is.
Mrs. Aneta Nomis.
Antoinette. Josefi Antoinette.
Sorry, Josefi.
Fire, vadi, avanti! E staviani da difesi! Rettilli, la havi in brega!
No, you can still get away. Please go.
No.
Please.
Arrestateli! Dai in prensa.
Have you finished, Doctor?
Yes. I've done all I can.
Well, it will serve very little purpose. However, I said I would not refuse any reasonable request. Lieutenant Parky, see Minden Dvazi?
Minden Vamish, Excellency.
You can have 5 minutes. Time for a cigarette.
Thanks. What do you intend exactly?
You have only to walk out of that door. The view is the same on the other side.
Shot while escaping, eh?
No. A shooting accident. We have to think of the newspapers.
I still believe the truth will come out sooner or later.
Why? Would she live?
Yes.
In the circumstances, it seems rather pointless.
Couldn't you
No,
possibly...
I know what you're going to ask, Doctor. What can I do? She knows too much already. She will know more still.
You can't deceive a whole people indefinitely.
No? That is the crowd in the city square. You know who they're cheering? Yes. General Niva.
I generali argentisi and frenetici...
He acknowledges their emotional welcome. He bows. He waves his hand. Now he retires. Why shouldn't our citizens believe the evidence of their own eyes?
A double.
Naturally. The resemblance is remarkable, and the balcony is 10 meters high. They're shouting for him to come out again. I think that answers your question. Lieutenant Parky.
Promise. Minen va misteru.
Doctor. You'll never understand, Marlowe. We are making history here. Nothing stands still. You may think you are marking time, but while you do it, you are on a moving staircase.
Going up or going down?
Huzzah! The Prahi Niva! Huzzah! Huzzah!
Colonel Galcon, priorities. Hallo, Rastami en Ministeri. Hallo, Maresh. Mis akart. Mis fuva esti sodari. Utam timi vederis steni nomis. Sami. Mortalis.
What happened?
You heard those shots. They were fired at General Niva. He was killed instantly in full view of everybody. Except, of course, it was the wrong man.
No.
What?
It was the right man. As far as they were concerned, it was General Niva they saw killed. That's all they know.
The evidence of their own eyes, didn't I say? Nothing succeeds like success. What a situation.
What'll happen now?
Anything. At the moment, I don't know whether I'm a crypto-fascist, a liberal humanitarian, or a simple deviationist. It depends whether I still control tomorrow's newspapers.
Well, what about...
yes, I still have to deal with you. Lieutenant, I'm Volo Grupit.
Alla Excellency.
Doctor, your patient is coming to. I have ordered a stretcher party. They will escort you to the frontier. There is an excellent hospital on the other side.
We can go.
What can either of you say? Only that a dead man is a dead man. Oh. Please don't think that I am being in any way whimsical, but if you should happen to hear of a vacant chair for political science anywhere, try to get in touch with me.
That may be a little difficult.
It may be difficult, but I would appreciate the effort.
Fasten your safety belts, please.
We're coming down. Let me help you.
Please, I must say something to you before we land.
Yes?
I want you to understand that the only reason that I'm accepting your help is because I do admit that you owe me something.
Yes, I know.
Once I'm fixed up, we part.
We part.
It's better that way. You've admitted that we've nothing in common.
Nothing at all.
It would be humiliating for me and disastrous for you.
Ruinous.
You keep on agreeing with me.
Do I?
You don't mean a word you're saying.
No?
No.
No.
Oh. I think I'm going to be sick.